Bitter criticism. Let's read now some really great news. Let's do the Al Jazeera Daily Genocide Dossier. Honestly, I just feel happy about not being in Palestine or in Israel. This is Israel, people. The top 5 happiest country in the world. That's how the West is decadent, how the West just ceased to exist, in my opinion. Terrible West, just poverty and unemployment and desperation. Israel war on Gaza live, but I said Israel war on Gaza live, but I prefer to say genocide dossier. Very sad one. Strike on Gaza school kills 8. Very, very sad. All day long, killings and more killings. A genocide on Israel by Brian Osgood. Or Brian Osgood, August 28, 2024. Israeli forces attack a school sheltering displaced people in eastern Deir el-Bala in Gaza, killing 8 Palestinians. At least 10 Palestinians have been reported killed in the occupied West Bank as the Israeli military continues its biggest raid in close to decades, involving hundreds of soldiers and air attacks in the cities of Jenin and Tulkarem. Read more. 10 Palestinians last. So it's very, very sad. Eight minutes ago, Israeli forces opened fire on clearly marked humanitarian vehicle UN. From the UN, Israeli against the UN. The UN has said that Israeli forces in Gaza attacked a marked UN aid vehicle in Gaza on Tuesday evening during a humanitarian operation that had been coordinated with the Israeli military beforehand. Quote, a clearly marked UN humanitarian vehicle, part of a convoy that had been fully coordinated with the IDF, was struck 10 times by IDF gunfire, including with bullets targeting from windows. UN Secretary General spokesman Stephane Dujarric said. Al Jazeera correspondent Gabriel Elizondo reported that the attack took place near Wadi Gaza and that 2 UN workers inside the vehicle were unwarmed. We have a tweet. Gabriel Elizondo on X. Just in, United Nations spokesperson said last night a clearly marked UN humanitarian vehicle in Gaza that was part of a convoy that had been fully coordinated with the IDF was struck 10 times by IDF gunfire. 2 UN staff members inside were miraculously unharmed. 24 minutes ago, Netanyahu says he views new UN sanctions on settlers with utmost severity. Netanyahu, I will read again. U.S. is backing Israel, but this time is trying to sanction Israel. Netanyahu says he views new U.S. sanctions on settlers with utmost severity. I actually don't know this word, utmost. Utmost severity. Israel's prime minister had reacted to new U.S. sanctions targeting Israeli settlers in the occupied West Bank over violent attacks against Palestinians, pushing back against them, and promising appointed discussion with U.S. officials over the decision. Quote, Israel views with utmost severity the imposition of sanctions on citizens of Israel, Netanyahu said. And 39 minutes ago, EU foreign policy chief slams Israeli foreign minister's comments on West Bank operations. EU foreign policy chief Joseph Borrell has expressed alarm over comments from Israeli foreign minister Israel Katz about Israeli operations in the occupied West Bank. Yeah, if you want to be a foreign minister in Israel, make sure your name is Israel too. Katz likened the Israeli raids to the war in Gaza and said the temporary evacuation of Palestinians, a term with unsettling connotations in the West Bank, where Israel has been forcing Palestinians from their lands for decades, was on the table. The Israeli major military operation in the occupied West Bank must not constitute the premises of a war extension from Gaza, including full-scale destruction, Borrell said in a social media post. The parallel drawn by Katz, especially on evacuating Palestinian residents, threatens to fuel further instability, Borrell wrote. And we have the tweet here. Joseph Borrell Fonteles. The Israeli major military operation in the occupied West Bank must not constitute the premises of a war extension from Gaza, including full-scale destruction. The parallel drew by Minister Katz, especially on evacuation Palestinian residents, threatens to fuel further instability. And that's it. I have to leave the bus now. Terrible, terrible genocide. I'm atheist. I don't believe in Zionism. I don't believe in Muslim, in Quran. I don't believe in religions. I guess this war is all about religion.